A considerable speck by Robert Frost. While writing on a clean white page, the narrator notices a tiny dot. At first, he thinks he has blown this speck of dust onto the paper with his own breath. However, he soon realizes that it is actually a living creature, a tiny insect, because it moves around quickly on its own. This tiny mite's movements suggest it has thoughts or intentions, as it tries to avoid being crushed by the narrator's pen. The tiny insect hesitates, seemingly wary of the narrator's pen, then rushes straight toward a spot on the page where the ink is still wet. It pauses there, possibly sniffing or tasting the fresh ink. Whatever it senses, it clearly dislikes, so it turns away, making another attempt to escape. In that moment, the narrator realizes he is dealing with a living mind, however small, rather than an unthinking speck of dust. The insect appears almost too small to have proper feet, yet it manages to scurry around in fear, doing everything it can to survive. Its frantic movements and occasional cautious steps reveal both terror and clever maneuvering. The narrator observes how the creature wavers and finally stops in the center of the page, as though giving up and accepting whatever fate the narrator decides for it. The narrator confesses that he is not among those who champion every living creature or advocate fiercely for animal rights. Still, he sees no harm in this tiny mite. Because it poses no threat and seems so insignificant, he chooses to leave it alone on the paper. He simply allows it to remain there, hoping it might even settle down or fall asleep in peace. Finally, the narrator explains that because he has the ability to think, he can also recognize thoughtfulness in others, even in a creature as small as a mite. He is delighted to discover a sign of intelligence on his writing sheet, for its purposeful actions and attempts to survive suggest that it possesses its own form of awareness and decision-making. The narrator appreciates this display of mind in such an unexpected place. No one can know how glad I am to find on any sheet the least display of mind.